your experiments, and then the second objective is going to be to create a background for the lab report slash poster that you're going to be creating based on the difference by biodiesel produced by the bacon grease, the lard, the canola oil, and soybean oil. So to do this, what you'll need to do is go into the labs, and I changed where your guys' stirrers are at. They're all into the one side, all in the one table that Troy, Natasha, and Emma, I believe, were at. And you guys will need to shut all of those off so that yours then will no longer be spinning. They've spun for 24 hours, and now they need to sit for, it doesn't really matter how long they sit. They can sit for a long time. And so that's what we're going to do, is probably let them sit until Monday. And remember, we'll have that field trip tomorrow, so don't wear open-toed shoes tomorrow on Friday, because we're going to leave and go to the ethanol plant for the period. So that's the first thing. So when you go out to the lab, shut off the stirrers. And then you'll come back into the classroom and do objective number 2. Objective number 2 is for you to open up the website and find that biodiesel handout that is on the website called Biodiesel Lab and Report Directions. You should already have that downloaded, and if you didn't download it, you'll download it today, and you will lost my train of thought. You will work on the day 2. So on it, it says day 2. Lab report start. Create the Google Doc called biodiesel. So you'll create a new piece of paper, and this new Google Doc will say biodiesel. On it, you'll make a first heading called background. This background will be your major goal today, so you can get done with it so you don't have to do it another day. Develop a 5 little paragraph essay. This one will have an introduction to what biodiesel is and the global warming and how to make biodiesel, and then you'll work into 3 points. It says define and explain global warming, define and explain biodiesel, and then define and explain the process of making biodiesel. Now that last one, you can start to look at that handout and see the procedure on how to make it, or you can go back to the notes number 1 over this and look it up. We were just 2 there, so don't kill yourself going through all this material, because we talked about it in class for our notes. Plus, you've already been given the majority of this material. You just need to reword it into your own words to indicate that you understand global warming, how biofuels and biodiesel can help combat that, and then how do you make a biodiesel. After you get done with that, take your hypothesis from wherever we have it at and then put it back into this one. And so you'll have a new document that says Biodiesel Lab with a background section and a hypothesis. You can maybe do the little table thing, but I bet that one gets too confusing. So try to get your background and your hypothesis formulated into a new one, and that'll be your 2 objectives for the day. 1, shut off the stirrers, and 2, build a background.